Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode. I'm still your host with the most, and he's always gonna brag about having the best French toast, and that is still a call out to someone that can't do my fucking intro. Fuck you. That is still a call out to all you chefs out there. I've been making a mistake saying chi. It's Hilda Bassi. Hilda Bassi, come on the show. Stop teasing me, baby. Take me out to dinner. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a special guest in the building. Y'all may call him Doc. Y'all may call him Happy Feet. Y'all may call him Always Straight Eyebrow. Y'all may call him Exclusive Dancing. I fuck with his dancing. Y'all may call him the King of Fashion because he always steps out nice, always looking drippy. I fuck with that too. But I know him as the biggest fucking reality star right now in Lagos. This star, or one of the stars of Real Housewives of Lagos Season 2, Dr. Rommel.
Oh my gosh, what an
My
intro.
brother.
What an
You like
intro.
it?
I love it. Nobody's ever called me Happy Feet. Nobody's ever called me Straight Brows, but you know what? I'll take it. I love it.
No, your eyebrows are perfect.
I'll take
Absolutely.
it.
No, facts. I have some shorty, because I was doing my research on you, and I had to rewatch the season again.
Okay,
to
good,
get like
good.
a fresher perspective of things. And I was reading the comment section. I was just curious. So let me go see the comment section. The shorties that are hating on your eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Jealous.
I think it's just because they're like, are those real? They're real. They're
They're jealous.
untouched.
You know some of these shorties be drawing this shit, making it look cursive and stuff.
Yeah.
Yours is fresh, bro. I like that.
I think that's a jealousy,
like
right?
Was it you shape it like that?
I don't. It's natural. It runs in my family, honestly.
Hey.
Yeah. I guess what people pay money to get, I just have it naturally.
God's given talent.
God's given gift.
Just like Happy Feet.
Yeah, just like Happy Feet. I like that. That's a good intro.
Nah, but Doctor, welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you.
You're just coming into the country.
Yes,
which
I am.
Is crazy.
For you guys, I'll do anything.
Don't we feel special?
Yeah.
Saturday Brunch with Miracle P. Come on now.
It's worth it.
Hey.
Yes, it is.
Hey, but Doctor, we got Full House because you got fans. You got a lot of fans. Like I said, one of the biggest reality TV stars in Lagos has a lot of fans. You're used to this. You're used to the paparazzi.
Yes, I'm honored though.
Yeah. And we got a full house in the building. We're drinking sangrias. We got some protein. You say you don't eat a lot of carbs, so we got protein for you in the house today. We're going to have a great conversation.
Yes, we will. Thank you for honoring my really low carb diet. I really like that. I want to stay in shape.
How are you always on a diet? It's just a lifestyle? Because I feel like those two things are...
They go hand in hand. I'm always on a diet most times, I would say, because I try to watch what I eat. The more carbs you eat when you get older, you're going to put on more weight. So, and also I just feel like overall, I practice what I preach when I tell my patients to cut down their carbs. I try to do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like we introduced you, you're a doc. You're a
I
doctor.
am.
You're the Mr. Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Correct. I am.
How did you even get into that? Where did it all start from? The passion of being a doctor.
The passion of being a doctor started from my family. My elder sister's a doctor herself. And so I was much younger than her. She went to med school. And I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to also be a doctor one day. I was fascinated by the Greek and Latin words that I would read in books. Nothing was very gory to me when I would see blood and cuts and things like that. I liked it. I was gifted with good memory. I am still gifted with that. So it was very easy for me to quickly decide what I wanted to do. And my family kind of said, okay, you know what, go for it. And no regrets. I'll do it all over again.
I feel like every family will support you being a doctor. I feel like early Nigerian families supported lawyer, doctor, and businessman.
Yes,
entrepreneur.
You're right.
Yeah.
Engineers too, I think.
Engineers. That's a huge one. Oil. Come on now.
Yeah,
Don't play.
they do.
But how big is your family?
Well, I have 4 siblings, so it's pretty much, it's a big family because now people have 2-3 kids, right? So 5
back then, that's
kids.
Not pretty
back
big.
then, yeah.
You used to have like 11.
For one father, one mom.
My mom was the last out of 9. I think my dad has like 11 siblings.
Wow.
Yeah, they were building football.
I think my uncles and aunties, they're like 8 or 9. I can't remember, but we're 5. I think it's just getting smaller and smaller as you
Hey.
go on. Yeah.
So-
But 5,
so-
it's kind of big.
So
Now,
are you the last one?
no, I have a younger sister. Yeah.
Okay.
She's- I think I'm the last born in my mind because I'm younger. I think I am, but no, really she is.
So elder sister.
I have 2 brothers and
Okay.
then myself. So we have the girls like first and fifth, and then the boys 3 in the middle. Yeah.
So all of you in America right now.
Well, my elder sister who's here, she's a doctor here. She's in Lagos, and
Okay.
then the rest.
She
And my
practice
brother,
here?
she's a doctor here at the
Okay,
military
that's dope.
hospital. Yeah,
What type of doctor?
she does pediatrics.
Okay.
So when people call and say, "Are you Dr. Rommel, Asaguara's sister?" She's like, "Yes."
No
I don't think she really
way.
likes it
She
because
gets
she's
a
very,
lot.
very like laid back and quiet and more in your face kind
Yeah.
of person. So people see her last name and they say, "Dr. Asaguara, do you know another?" And they're like, "Yes, he's my brother."
Have you always so when I was watching you again, the first thing that came to my head is he's a showman.
I
So
am.
I really want to dive into like your early days. Like,
Okay.
have you always been a showman?
Always been a
Because
showstopper.
I was like
Always.
I was in the theater,
Always.
I was on the stage.
Always. Naturally, I've always been a showman. I've always stopped a party and walked into a place with so much confidence. I've always been somebody who was very outspoken. People knew about me. Like, yeah, I've always been that person. Always. And I'm always gonna be that person. So it doesn't really bother me when people say, "Oh, you do too much," because I'm too much.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'm
your
proudly too much.
So your early life was in Lagos? Because I know
Yes,
you
I was
were
born
born
here.
in Lagos,
I was
right?
born in Lagos.
Okay.
Lived here till I was 18. Then
Okay.
moved to Europe first in France, and then stayed there.
I was gonna get into that.
And
Hold on.
all of that.
Okay,
Yes.
fair. So, well, you're Igbo.
I'm Igbo, yes.
What's your last name?
Asaguara.
Asagwara.
But it's actually Asaguara. Let me say the Igbo way because
Asagwara.
people don't like when I say Asaguara.
You speak Igbo?
Of
fluent?
course.
What part of Igbo land? What state?
My dad is Imo. My mom is Anambra.
Where in Imo State?
My dad is from Ikeduru local government.
Swear.
Yes. So a little bit outside of Owerri.
What about your mom? Anambra?
She's from Orumba North, Ajali.
No
so
way.
yes, it's yeah.
Oh, Igbo.
I'm
Igbo.
really Igbo, pure
Did you
bred
go to the
Igbo.
East?
Never. I was born in Lagos, but in my home, we cultivated the habit of speaking Igbo at
That's
home
good.
and respond, like learning all those little things. And then, you have to do like languages in school.
True.
So I took Igbo as my extra language. I aced it all through. I could write it back then. Now I can't write in
Were
Igbo
you an
anymore.
all-star student in school?
All-star, A's, all
I
A
feel like
ones.
everyone be saying that.
No, seriously. I was.
You look at your work results.
No. I had 9 A's. No, I've been all stars.
Really?
I had the
I'm
highest
gonna
grade in
trust
my
you,
school.
doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a doctor.
I mean, people
so
are gonna see this. People are gonna see this. So my classmates know I've all stars.
were you always
Yeah.
were you top in the class or you like top?
top
Number one.
top 1 2 1 2 yes.
1 2
All my
1
life.
2 or 1 2 3.
1 2 3 yes, but then when I go home it's a problem. When I
Doctor, we're getting the top 5.
no, when I go home that's a problem.
Hey.
Top 3, yeah, it's not good.
Were you the smartest out of all your siblings?
My elder sister is actually smarter than me.
The doctor?
She's top 1. I've always been the first. Yeah, of
Were
her
any
life.
of your parents doctors?
No, my grandfather was a nurse. That's the closest I can think of anybody in the medical field, and that's it. Yeah.
What about your dad, your mom?
My dad was in the army. He was a retired
Hey,
officer in the army.
Biafran what? He found the Biafran?
No, my dad is not that old. He didn't find it.
Okay,
He was
okay.
younger then, but
Okay.
he knew about it. I think they
Okay.
were like 10, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Mm.
They would walk around and they were afraid of, the bombings and things like that.
Can you imagine, bro? It's
Sad
crazy.
news, yeah.
He be telling you
But
the
I would
truth.
have been a warrior if I were then. I would have been like, carry gun and let's do it.
Shit. I ain't finding shit. I don't know what the doctor's talking about. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna clock you on as you go. Probably wear skirts and they think I'm a woman. Facts. Go hold Bobrisky on that shit. Nah, but I really want to dive a little bit more into the early life. Who were you closer with? Because I'm a mama's boy.
I'm a mama's boy.
Hey.
Mama's boy all my life. And so my family, we were very close. My siblings and I we grew up in a loving home,
Okay.
single parent home. My parents separated, divorced when we were younger. And so we were all kind of mama's boys. All of us are mama's girls, all of us in a way. But I think I was particularly more of a mama's boy than my brothers were because they went to boarding school and I stayed back and I went to a school like, how you go to middle school and high school, secondary school from home.
Okay, so you're like your love for fashion, you knowing how to like treat women as a gentleman. It came from you hanging around more with your mom and your
My
sisters.
mom, yeah, especially, and just love for fashion. What you mentioned, how to coordinate, put things together, think of colors, and just where you're going. Yeah, from my mom, just watching, being around her. She owned boutiques, and so would go there on Saturdays if you know school, and you
Mm,
can sit there, listen to her talk to people,
mm.
try and sell, and people ask about color. I knew all the colors like fuchsia pink, magenta, the colors that people would not
Bro, I
know,
can tell how your eyes are
but
lighting up,
because
bro.
yes.
Why haven't you started a fashion line? Like, what's going on?
Maybe one day. I don't know that I'm that
Because
good
I
to
can see
do
your
that.
eyes. You're so passionate. You're like, you're talking about
Would you
colors
buy?
I don't even know of.
Would you buy if
I,
I
I will
owned one?
support. No, I
Okay.
always like supporting friends. But things like you're one of these people. I'm sure that be making up colors. They'll be saying purple is magenta. What is magenta? Like, what is going on, guys? Pink has different
Yeah,
names now.
different names.
There's
Uh, there are all kinds of pink colors. Yes.
Just give a funny color name.
Cyan.
What?
CYAN.
Is that a planet?
No, it's a color. You have different. I mean, when
I
you look,
swear he said Super
if you look,
Saiyan right now.
if you look like a
Say the
no, there's cyan. There's
What
zero blue. There's you have all kinds of
Yo,
greens.
doctor is speaking
It's not just
Swahili
emerald
right now,
green.
bro.
You
What is
have,
going
I mean, yeah, you can go in the palette of colors and choose what you want, and then the nuances. So when somebody says I have an Ashwebi, everybody wear pink, or you're like pink. Is it pink, pink, pink? Or are we doing pink? What kind of
What's
pink are
another
we
name
doing?
for pink?
Well, you have families of pink. You know, peach is in the family of pink, peach color.
Peach?
Yes, so they
I
have
thought
like
peach is orange.
well, it's maybe it can go into orange and pink. So then that kind of hue, like the hues, I wouldn't call it really orange. I would say it's more like in that pinkish hue, unless it's mild orange. You know, oranges can go
Yeah,
deep, dark,
different levels,
dark.
eh?
Yeah,
Different levels. Fair?
but the light orange, yes, it could be.
Okay. So let's live the early lifestyle. Picked up fashion, picked up the love of being a doctor from your sister. A lot of people don't know this. You were in France.
Yes.
You studied in France.
Yes, I speak French fluently.
Tu parles français?
Oui, je parle très bien français. C'est ma langue maternelle. En fait, c'est comme si c'est ma langue maternelle. Oui. C'est ça. C'est vrai.
No, because
It's like I speak French the way I speak English.
a lot of people don't know this because your accent. People think when people hear your accent, they're like, "Oh, he sounds a little bit feminine."
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it is that I was like, when I was doing my research, I was like, that is why you have a mixture of French and American accent.
I do.
So that it affects you.
It affects the way I
And even when you talk, I feel like you want to speak French, but you remember, oh, it's English. So you always have to overly enunciate, overly
some
like
words,
explain.
yes.
So that because I promise you, if people actually notice somebody that just learned English, like a foreigner that just learned English, like, and he can conversate with you properly in a passionate way, you see like he over
more descriptive.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought about it though. Now that you're saying it, I never thought about it. It's I would say it's a more descriptive language than English.
Oh yeah, for
because
sure.
it's Latin, so you have to. It's not just the table or the food on the table. It's the beautiful food on the table, well placed. So the French language is very rich. So when you learn it young, it kind of like the plasticity of the brain. It makes you think deeper. So when I think about things, I want to describe something or the way I write, people say I'm a good writer. I can write things deeper, more like in a poetic way. Yeah.
How was France?
I loved it. Very good. Amazing. I go there every year.
How many
It's
years?
my second home. 13 years in France I spent.
What parts?
I was in Strasbourg, which is the east of France,
Yeah, I saw that.
near
That's where
Germany,
yeah,
the
that's
last
where you-
city. That's where I
that's where
went
you
to
schooled.
school.
Mhm.
I had a degree in French language. I have a degree in French language. I went to med school there, then moved to Paris. I did my residency as a doctor in
Mhm.
Paris,
No, that's
just like your
nice.
specialization.
Mhm.
Then I moved to the States. Kansas City.
You're well. Let's just say you're well traveled.
I am. I've been to almost 60 countries. Yeah,
What's your best one?
France.
Besides France.
Besides France, I would say what other places? I actually like Senegal a lot. I went to a place
Senegal.
called Sali,
Mm.
which is not Dakar. It was very peaceful to me. So what I consider a place that I like, I enjoy, is when I can go to a place beyond the aesthetics. It's just the culture, how proud they are of their culture, the people, how they welcome you. If I'm immersed in that culture,
Mm.
then I like the place. So I was really pleasantly surprised that I enjoy Sally. It's like a small community in Senegal that I liked. Just away from,
Senegalese food
yeah.
is amazing. They're very rich on fish.
Yes, and they're very proud of their
Oh
culture,
my
their
gosh, very,
women,
very.
the elegant African women that you see there in Senegal. I mean, they're proud. I like
I
that.
feel like they're one of the few African countries that still embrace that old African vibe.
Yes.
You know.
They wear their boo-boos proudly. They wear their Ankaras proudly. I mean, I love Nigeria. That's why I come back a lot. But I would say when you see a Nigerian sometimes overseas, they'll say, oh, I'm not Nigerian, I'm not Nigerian. They'll try and deny or run away from it. They don't do that there. Yeah.
So like you said, you studied as a medical doctor.
I am a medical doctor.
You are a
MD,
medical
not
doctor.
as. I
As
am.
a medical
I have an
doctor.
MD, yes.
You have an MD.
It's not easy.
medical
It's not
doc-
everybody can do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Especially residency.
Because people forget how
Facts.
tough it is to.
So why did you now leave that practice and go into the?
I didn't leave it.
So you're still a medical doctor.
I'm still an MD.
And you still do the.
So in America, yes, good question. In America, so I'm an aesthetic doctor. So we're allowed to do healthcare related things that help you glow. So when we do Botox fillers, okay, so it can be superficial sometimes.
Okay.
But some people come for medical reasons. You know, I have people with facial paralysis where half of their face, I have a lady who, a stroke. It doesn't move so well. There are ways you can use neurotoxins like Botox and put in some areas to help realign the face, restructure, rebuild. We have people coming to lose weight, to get healthier. It's more of their health, but you see the outward projection, which helps them glow. But people forget that also it helps you, your psyche, the way you think, the way you see yourself. It helps you get more confidence in things that you do. But overall, that helps your health span, it improves your health span. And you can have diabetes get corrected just by losing weight, cardiovascular problems like high blood pressure, people who have illnesses that they have. I have people who come to me because they have infertility and then they send them to lose some weight to help increase their chances. So I'm still a doctor. I look at it from that perspective, that lens of saying, if I do this for you, fine, you get the glow, but also what does it help in your overall health? How does it help you as a person?
I wanted to also ask you, do you also get patients that have been, let me use the word that everyone uses, botched? Like they've had a bad Botox, do they come to you? Yes,
they come to me, and sometimes we can't fix it immediately.
So what's the worst case you've ever seen?
And I would say, okay, I had a lady, I mean, I could relatively help her out. Her lips were so swollen. It was disfigured from multiple lip fillers that were badly done over the years. So I was very honest with her. I said, I can dissolve the lip fillers, but it will take a while for you to see the progress and see the outcome. So we have to wait. We dissolve. You come back. It's a long process of dissolving, wait, and seeing what it gives. So she was like, dissolve it and put more and do this. I said, no, we have to go back to the basics again and get you back on track. And let's see what it'll look like. It's almost like you're going to tear down something and wait for it to settle before you put more, remove more. So it's just like that patience. And it was hard for her. She's like, no, I have to be at a wedding. I'm like, no. If I'm dissolving this, give it time to settle. You come back and I may dissolve more. But we're not putting anything more because her lips were completely distorted and it wasn't looking like a human lip would look like. It was just very boom sausage-like and disfigured for her.
He says sausage-like.
I mean, it's she actually, I think it took her a while to come to the fact that she had to do something about it. Yeah. God. And we had people come in, they have butched bodies or they'll have like, everybody says BBLs, or they had silicone in there.
You also fix that too?
I don't fix that. I would say you have to go back to the surgeon who put it in to remove it. Because the problem with that is sometimes, unless they go overseas, but if they can go back to the same person, they will know where they put it, what kind of material, what kind of elements they put in there, and then they can remove it if it's safe. If everybody just messes with your body like that, it can mess it up. So the main, I would say, point I'm trying to say now is before you do anything concerning your health, do your background check on the person, make sure they're qualified, they know what they're doing, ask for pictures, spend time with them, talk to them. If they rush you into doing anything, don't do it. If they're not qualified, don't do it.
The BBL thing is a pandemic, and
do it.
Especially Lagos now.
Everybody wants it.
Wants to have a big ass, And you just look at these women in the gym. I'm like, bro, you look funny. You look like a cartoon, bro. Like,
You find it attractive
oh,
if it's too much?
yes, unattractive.
It's
So
unattractive. Yeah. If it's
Yes.
too much, anything that's done too
Bro,
much.
like your legs are toothpicks, your ass is a freaking balloon. Like, what are you doing? Like, what
Yeah.
did you do to yourself? That's literally what comes into my head. What did you do
But
to yourself?
what do you think is the cause of that here? Is it the
I think it's social
pressure
media. I
or
think
what?
it's
Social media?
Social
Everybody's
media.
just
Kim
doing it.
Kardashian started that bullshit. Now she removed her stuff. Now she's back to I want to have gap thighs, and it's too late for some of these shorties now. It's too late.
Yeah.
They fucked their shit up already.
Yeah. It's sad, but I think it's all about also you knowing yourself, knowing what you want. Everything is not for everyone, you know. Sometimes you need to do a few things. Some people need a little bit of, enhancement, a little BBL here and there. That's okay. But not everybody needs a BBL. Not everybody needs everything. That's it. So get a good doctor that knows what they're doing. Talk to them, ask questions, and see if it's for you.
So how did you get into show business? Where did that even go? Like, were you? Did you? Is that something you always wanted?
No.
Did you ever do it in America?
No.
And you were in ATL.
No, I never did. And I have friends that are in showbiz. I have friends from different shows that they come to my clinic for different things. They're my friends. We hang out. They're on different shows. Have
you met the Real Housewives? In America.
Yes, they're my friends. So many of them. Phaedra is my friend. Cynthia Bailey is my friend. I know them. And the thing about it is that I think the closest I came to was a show that told me, "Hey, I would probably like you. This, and that, and that."
For sure.
I'm not allowed to talk about it, but it's a big show. But it was just too much for me because it required that kind of show. Ooh. And I didn't want to do that because I said, "Oh, I'm a doctor. I don't think I want to do that where you can possibly fight and do things and do all of that." I said, "I don't know that I want to do that." I didn't want to do that.
Real Housewives like
it's different. I'll tell you why it's different. Because our show is a lifestyle show that pushes for positivity. It helps people see that there are different kinds of people. So my co-cast, if you think about it, you have Chema, who's an attorney, but you can be an attorney and be a fashionista and have businesses and have a personality. I can be a doctor and still be on a show and be dramatic. You can have Iyaba who owns businesses and she's a mother, but also, keeps her body right. So it's about showing that just one style.
Why did you only call those two people?
Those are my good friends.
They're way more cast members.
No, okay, those are the ones that just came to mind. Those are my very good friends.
Don't do that, don't do that, doctor. Let's not start.
Okay, let's talk about Laura KG. I can talk about Laura KG. Laura KG, she owns. If I think carefully, she owns her own boutiques and things that she does. She's in that very, very well-known family, but she can still come out and speak her mind, and that's you know what I mean. So that's the vibe I'm going with.
You trying to be?
I'm not trying to shade anybody. I'm not.
I even asked the questions yet. You already going? Let's go.
I'm just saying. So it's different. In our show, you hear positivity, you see it, you feel it, you know that we're there to entertain people, but also to show our lives. In the middle of that, just like in every friendship or every group, people fall out sometimes.
Okay,
but they get back together.
Let's dive into the show. You already started it up. Let's dive into the show. How did you even get into the show? Really?
It really was.
I mean, we saw on the show Faith introduced you, but how did you actually get on the show?
No, let me tell you this. The show reaches out to people that they like or they think will be good for the show. Okay. So they reached out to me indirectly and then directly. And when they did, I had to think about it because you have to indirectly through a friend of mine who knows people. I don't know that I'm allowed to say all of these things because we signed contract, but through somebody, just know through someone. Okay. And when I got on it, the thing about it is before you get on the show, you have to be casted. They don't just reach out to one person. Think about it. They can reach out to 10 of us. Okay. So they'll choose who they want. You also have to accept it. So I have to say, yes, no, is it for me? Think about it. Talk to my family about it. So that's how I got on the show. It wasn't planned. I think it was just destined to happen. So I always tell people this: what is yours will be yours. When it's your time will happen. I strongly believe in that. And I wasn't looking out for shows. I didn't reach out to any media houses, producers. I wasn't even living here.
You always knew you entered show business?
No. I before the show, I'd only come back to Nigeria. I left here 20 years ago. I only came back once in 2021. Before the show, I only came back once after 17 years. So the show, when they reached out to me, that was my fear. I told them is I don't live there. They said, but you're Nigerian by birth. I said, yes, but I'm American. I live in America. They're like, it doesn't matter. Do you want to come home? I said, I could come home, but I have not been home. I'm a little bit weary about it. So I came back for the show.
Mhm.
That's what brought me back. And when I came back, I'm like, oh, I miss Nigeria. I like Nigeria. I love Nigerians. I see the enthusiasm I see on the street. People are hawking things on the street, but they're smiling to you. They're running. You give them a little tip, they're happy. You go to the market. I like to mingle with people. I go to the market, Beluga Market. I talk to the women there. We hug, we laugh, we play. So I'm like, I miss it. I enjoyed it. So I started coming back more and more. And then I opened my clinic. But it was the show that brought me back.
So how did you actually meet Faith?
Faith and I, we've known each other before the show. We knew each other before the show, outside of the show, in some circumstances. I can't speak about some things. Remember, there's some things I'm not allowed to talk about. If the person doesn't want to talk about it, we're not allowed to talk about it because it can eventually affect my job, my career. There are laws we have in America, things you can't say.
Because
Because I'm still a doctor, remember?
Yeah, I definitely
So,
understand. I definitely understand that,
yeah.
but I'm saying what I'm trying to say is like, was it the show that brought both of you together in Lagos? So like the show was like, oh, let it be like
No.
you're introducing Faith is introducing you into the show.
Well, guess what? She came
for the plot.
She came for her own. I can't speak about her. I came on my own. She came on her own. So on the show, somebody has to introduce you. Why? When you watch a show, you just can't spring up and come to the table and everybody's looking, who are you? Somebody has to say, hey, come to this event with me and I'm going to introduce you. So everybody on that show, and even after the next series, the next season, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to see people that will come in that other people have to introduce. It doesn't necessarily mean more than that. It's just that to make it easier for people around the table and people watching, somebody has to come and say, hey, just like Faith, somebody has to introduce her on the show. You know, I may have to introduce somebody on the show. That's how it goes.
Were you guys actually friends?
Well, I consider her a friend then. My perspective of friendship.
Like when I say friends, like
not close friends, but I consider her a friend. Yeah.
Because of the energy that you guys shared.
No, not that. I just because of how I see people. If I consider somebody a friend when I feel like I can feel free with them, that I can talk to them. I feel like they're genuine towards me and I am genuine towards them. It's a real relationship that is real because I can meet somebody outside. We can laugh, talk, play. If I don't feel like there's a connection or anything like that, I can just say I met them. They're good. A coworker. Oh, you interviewed me on a podcast, but I may not say friend. I may not say friend to somebody else. But if I feel like, oh, outside of that, we can hang. I like the person. I think they like me back. It's that symbiotic relationship that I felt. Yeah, then I call them a friend. But you can be wrong and it can be one-sided. And that's the freedom we have. And that's the beauty of it. You can change your mind.
Because I say this because I knew you
through the show.
But I didn't watch the show yet. So and I like that. Why? Because I saw your energy. I saw you as you. I saw you outside of the cameras, outside of everything. I saw you as Dr. Rommel. And I appreciated your energy.
Okay,
I still remember the day it was at
the event we ran into each other.
Little girl's birthday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Queen's
little girl's birthday. And I watched the show and I saw how you and Faith were, the camaraderie, the banter you guys were sharing beginning of the show, first few episodes. Then your event or you guys' event happened. First of all, whose event actually was it?
Well, you watched it.
I watched.
Did you watch the show?
I watched the show, and you introduced the event, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll bring some of my people." So what I'm trying to say is off camera because we don't see it.
No, on camera. Did you watch?
Yeah. On camera, it looks like it was your event, but she supported it by bringing her friends.
No. Have you watched the Real Housewives before? Other franchises, other.
I have.
Yeah, you have what you call wives of cast that are wives. They're women. So, but you have what you call friends of a show.
Okay.
I'm a friend of the show. meaning you're not friends to only one person. You're
Yeah.
friends to the show.
Mm.
So you're free to, even though you may be more closer to one person or the other. The reason I'm bringing that back is the genesis of the show is you cannot, as a friend, host a party on your own without doing it with a wife. Period. As easy as that. Whether it's in Lagos that you do, whether you call it Real Houses of Pawtucket, Atlanta, Orange County, Potomac, it doesn't matter. It has to be a wife. The wife can then say, I want to do a party with you because you know what? You're a podcast guy. I know you, people like you. Do something with me. Because that way, it's not always, if you do the same thing over and over, it gets boring. So that's it. So that already tells you that it cannot be just my party.
So my question
without
is,
me even.
do you think
it's our party?
So do you think she came from the approach of it was yours because the party was unsuccessful?
I don't even know. You have to see her and ask her. I really don't know much about Faith. And aside, see, everything I know about her, I'm going to say this to you. I think you saw it on camera. I was very honest. When I'm the kind of person that when I'm happy with people, people know it. I don't know how to fake it, which is a good and a bad thing. So when I like somebody, I like you. When I'm angry with you, I'll say it. I don't have that filter, which is probably good for the show or things like that, because then they can capture my moments. So when you hear me saying I'm disappointed in her now, I'm saying it real live, real then. Now, if you hear me on the show progressively say we're not friends anymore, and she had said that multiple times, and I don't know much anymore going forward about her, I really don't know why or what she did and what she thought about and why she didn't. You have to ask her. I can only speak for myself and said I did an event with somebody.
Okay.
Together.
Let's still talk about on camera because it looked like you guys started as friends. Then you guys were not friends anymore.
Yeah.
And one thing I would say is I felt like you should have come to like a little bit of her defense because she's new, you're new. And what's the light skin's name again? I'm so sorry. Tanya. She was new too. And I felt like Iyabo, Chioma, and a lot of people were at a point coming on her neck. And I don't know whether you did it off camera, but I was kind of looking for you to come to her defense a little bit and be like, y'all, let's take it easy. You know what I mean? Like, she's chilling. She's minding her business, Because I felt, honestly, I know you fuck with Yabo, but my genuine feeling, especially with everything that's been going on this week of Yabo, is, I don't know. I know she's your friend, but she gives up a very, very mean person, bro.
She's not. She's the nicest person you could ever meet. She's the nicest of all the ladies on that show.
Swear.
I swear. And this is genuine, and I'm not saying it because she doesn't even know I'm doing this. It's real. You have to meet people. So,
Tiana's but Tiana's a fucking G though. Tiana.
I mean,
Tiana is a.
Everybody on that show brought their own personality and their style. Now, to know somebody deeply, spend time with them, that's how I judge people. Not from an episode or two, but fine. It's okay for people to judge through those things because that's all they see. So I don't expect people to just buy what I'm saying. All I say is spend time with the people and you see.
But do you feel like
spend time?
Iyabo especially was a little bit too mean to her?
No, I don't think.
You think everything she gave Faith deserved?
And I'm not going to speak for Iyabo because I think I'm going to
just because
in my mind.
You watched the show as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I would say is because people, you have to allow people to say what they're thinking and why they do things. But what I would say to you is there was no fair or unfairness from anybody, neither from my perspective, including when you said about Faith. No, we all came individually. We did our thing. It's a show. Okay. It's a show. You're there. It's a reality TV show. We're there to have fun. We're there to grow together. But if things happen, it doesn't work out, it's the show. So that being said, sometimes we may do things that may seem off to you, but it's more than just what you see watching a clip for 10 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. And because I was on a reality show
because you don't realize that it's a lot
of
hours and hours and things.
I was on Big Brother, and there's a lot of stuff that people don't see. And when I come
and you cannot see it.
That's what I'm trying to. So that's what I'm asking. Like,
you can't see
are there some things that Faith did because
I don't want to speak about Faith. You know why I don't want to speak about
you guys made Faith the plot of the season
Mm-mm.
because there was a lot of,
Well,
you know what I mean?
no, I
What do you
disagree.
think?
I disagree. I
Okay.
feel like you're right. You were saying something about maybe the things that happen behind the scene. Yes, there are lots of things that happen.
Like
And the
what?
context can mean that you can have something with somebody on camera now. It doesn't mean you go back home and not say sorry. You may go behind the scenes and say, hey, oh, I didn't mean it that way, and squash it. Or you may go and explain yourself, but it may not be filmed. So if you don't see it at home as a viewer, if you don't see all the hours of footages that we've had, days and days
So
for
was
it to
that
be
something
45
she
minutes,
said to
sorry,
Iyanla?
this is very important. If you don't see those things, and then they just show the part that they can capture. Because remember, the camera people can capture. Like now we're being filmed, but they're not gonna film me if at the end of the day I'm like, I had a great time, it was amazing.
Yeah,
What if I
yeah.
walk out of here saying horrible interview, I hated it and everything, but you don't film it? You would never know. So you have to put that into perspective and say, there was when I speak about myself, there are moments maybe you didn't see me try to reach out to her because there are moments I probably did and you people never saw. When you say maybe were you not a good friend to her, maybe I tried to be, maybe she didn't want it. So those are things that make it so
She
complex.
turned down those advances.
Those are things that make it complex where if you don't see it, you don't think it ever happened, so you judge the person, so you didn't try enough. Maybe I tried, just maybe it didn't happen. And maybe you get to a point where you don't want to try anymore because you're also human. Remember, it's a show. It has to respect the time constraints. If it's 40, 45 minutes that they have to cut everything, condense it, they'll condense hours and days. So many things will not make the cut. So many things that I wanted to see or talk about or express, I didn't see it.
Like
Was I
like
angry?
what was the
My
biggest thing?
life, my life, other things going on, family, things that happen, things I want to clarify, what I said to this person, what this person said about me. You never see it. Sometimes behind the scenes, after the show airs, some people that know you and like you will call you and say, let's talk about this. This is
Yeah.
how it happened. And then you can take it easy. So I don't take it so deeply because I know that the context is not, I'm very nuanced in the way I see it. It's not easy for you to capture everything. And that's why I'm more forgiving on the show. In reality, you and I, if we hang out a whole day, 24 hours a day, doing everything together, and then you now do things to me, I would say, but I saw you all the time. You didn't have any chance to talk to me. You had chances. You didn't do it. That's different. But if you and I are filming action cut, we go home, and I call you on the phone that night and say, I'm so sorry, or let's talk about this, and nobody's there. The next day, if you come back and say, oh, he never called me and everything, and I never watch it till the end, because you know when we get to see it? When it airs, like everybody else, weeks and months after, not the very week, because you don't shoot something and release it that same week. You know, you have to do a whole series.
So
So
have you and Faith had a conversation?
we're not
since after
friends.
the show?
We're not friends.
So you guys have not talked.
No, I don't intend to talk to her. We're not friends. It's mutual. Remember, you can't force friendship on anybody. I don't feel like it's necessary, and I don't think she feels it's necessary.
So that the finale when you guys were in the getaway beach house.
Yes.
All those stories that you were saying that Faith wanted to
Mhm.
take the crown, all this type of stuff.
Were they
We
real?
didn't get to see it.
Because there were things that were said off camera, things that we had discussed that all happened, but you never saw it. And that goes back to what I'm saying. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Because I genuinely felt like the way you made it seem, I thought Faith will come into the show with a little bit of more. She came in confident as she is. She came in a little bit proud as she should. I mean, she's in the midst of a lot of proud women. And
Mhm.
she didn't give me a vibe of I'm going to be very much the queen, enforce my stance. She came in and she was very, very much nice. I honestly felt that some of the women were intimidated by her. Intimidated by
That's
her
your opinion.
confidence.
That's your opinion. And you're allowed to have
I'm
that.
asking. I mean, you're a part of the cast. You don't see. I
I
don't see
don't
what you
see
see.
I don't see that. And I don't agree with you.
Mm.
And just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. You're on reality TV, you know how things are edited.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
it is what it is. We're just gonna say it's happened, and but everything I said that you said that the getaway, everything happened, everything was discussed, everything I said was, and the reason I brought that up, I remember telling them, I think they cut up that, but I said I'm only saying this now because of all the things I've been hearing behind the scenes, because I went back to the States for a long time, the smear campaign, this and that. And so I had to clear, because everybody was like, you need to come back and clear the air and say things. Why aren't you guys friends anymore? Why aren't you guys hanging out anymore? What's going on? What is all this? So I had to come and clarify. So it wasn't like I'm just coming from nowhere and say, hey, by the way, let me tell you what's going on. It's because I'm hearing, oh no, I'm all innocent, I'm good, nothing is happening, he's a liar, all that. I'm like, you know what? Okay, let me come and speak my mind. That's what I did. And I said everything to her face. If you noticed, she didn't refute anything. She could have said, no, he's lying to my face. Because how dare you say that to somebody's face? I'm looking at you telling you,
I feel
we
like
had this
she
conversation.
didn't just want to even entertain the conversation.
Are you her? You're speaking for her like you know her. I think you're very biased. I'm gonna say this because you're speaking for her like you know her, like you're in her mind, and you don't know. You're not there. You don't know.
Like
you can only assume. You can assume.
Fair.
So don't be biased when you ask for interviews.
No, because like
yeah, because you started off saying my friend
camera...
Iyabo. See, you started off saying my friend Iyabo. You think she's a mean person and all that. You don't know that. She's not, and I'm speaking from people that know her in the industry. I think you should do your background check and ask people in the industry who know her, not just me, who know her behind the scenes.
I've actually asked.
And people told you she was mean.
I've asked. They told me that she's a fiery character.
Character to play a role.
No. Like she's naturally, she's a very like fiery character.
Well, Yabo is passionate. I'm just not gonna. I'm passionate about things that really affect other people more than herself. I'll say this again. If you look at if you look at the show, the most of the things she talked about or the areas that she wasn't happy about, if you think about it, wasn't really fully about her. Either she felt it was trauma that was maybe, or somebody else, or me that she was trying to speak up for, and that's how she is in life because she has the activism in her. When she feels something is not right, she speaks up more than people that just pretend and say, I didn't see. She would say, look, this has to stop. So it's more like a passionate character.
Do you think she would do that to a fault? Like even when you're wrong, she will still defend you?
I feel like if you lie to somebody and trick her into that and she doesn't know that, yes. But once she knows that you're wrong and she knows and sees it and it's clear, she will not even defend. But if you manipulate her, lie and make it look like, oh, I don't know what's going on, save me, and she feels like she can do something to speak up on your behalf, she will. And that's a good character to have. Now, has she come out and say, she came out and apologized publicly. So, oh, I was doing a show. I'm sure you heard about that.
I mean, she basically made it seem like she wasn't being real. Like it wasn't, she was playing a role. But I feel like that discredits, I was going to come to that. I feel like her saying that, I feel like it discredits the show because people want to see the reality. They want to see you both vulnerable and strong. And I feel like that is the beauty, especially for Real Housewives and also the Basketball Wives franchise. We see your vulnerability. We see your pain. We see your good side. We see your happiness. Yes. We see your great times and your bad times. We live your life. You say, I'm so passionate about faith because I watched you guys. So like, I felt engrossed in your lives. Same way people watch Big Brother and they're so passionate about the people they support. I felt engrossed in your lives.
And you don't think that's what she was trying to describe? That look, in all of that, even in that passion, that realness, and that everything, you're still conscious of the camera. Sometimes you still have to watch.
But Doc, that's why I said, even in the show, I still saw your good heart. I still saw.
And you didn't see her good heart?
I feel like there's so much.
Did you watch season one? Did you watch season one? And you saw how she explained carefully that the contrast, she did it on purpose.
Still had a bit of that fireness.
Yeah, because we need a show that's big. So the thing is, this is what I tell people, and it's not like Nigerians don't know reality. I say this: you cannot have a successful show where everybody's the same.
Facts.
You cannot have a successful show where everybody behaves the same, acts the same. Nobody wants to talk about a topic. People on their phones. You cannot have silence on the table.
Doc, let me ask you a question.
You have to balance, just like real life.
But the best reality TV shows, I agree with you, they need different characters. Yeah. But those different characters are like that 24/7. Jocelyn Hernandez is a crazy ass woman inside and off camera. I generally feel like on reality TV, I was a dickhead in my season, but I can be a dickhead in real life. Everybody here knows that. I have dickhead tendencies, but I'm a nice fucking guy. And I show that on Big Brother too. But I feel like there is so much you can fake.
What if there's so much that what if you show, like you said, you can have a dickhead character, you can have a good character. What if you show your dickhead character like 3-4 times a day, and then the rest of the time you're showing a good character, but that's the only one that is going to make the cut because that's the only one that's sensational enough to bring to create the buzz, to make the show comprehensive, to play a role.
This is where you come in,
you
doctor,
don't
because
know. You don't know.
I'm asking you,
But
is
do
it
you
the
see that that's
show-
possible? Do you think that's
No, it's very possible. That's why I said, is it the show that made her look like a villain?
I
Or-
don't even call her a villain. I think the show was very balanced.
You don't think she was the villain of
She
the
was not a
season?
villain. Because to me, she had her role to play. I had my role to play. I did my personally, my
What do you
style.
think her role was, though?
I can't speak about how you have to.
What's
interview
your
her.
role? What was your
My role was just to be myself, entertain people, make them have fun, turn up, be my bubbly self, speak my mind at every
You
moment.
gave that.
And that's all I did. And that's what so when you see, I was very consistent in that. And so sometimes it'll hurt some people, sometimes it'll hurt other people. But I didn't want to go in there and just pretend and say, you know what, let me make up some other thing. What do people expect of me? Or when the wind blows this way, everybody's saying, oh, he's doing too much. Don't do, then I'll not tone it. No, I said, this is what I'm going to be. And it is okay to be different because that's what makes it a balanced show. Even in real life, look around you. And that's why they cast different people
And that's why I
that
think
can
the
bring
show's
different
good.
yes.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
a
because
balanced
but people
show.
complain about it, they forget that that's why it was interesting.
But Doc, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you, everything you're saying. The show is balanced because it's different personalities on one platform. But it kills the magic when you tell me that the personality that you're portraying is not actually your personality.
I never said that.
No, not you.
Who
I'm
said
talking
that?
about, but when she came out,
You
and
have
said
to interview
she was
her.
from-
I don't know. I really I'm only just speaking from
So
my end.
You, Chioma, but you guys have
We're
not-
friends. We're very good friends.
I know you guys are, but did you guys talk about the show after the show was done? Or you guys are like, whatever it was, it was?
Not that we don't put so much attention to that because we're all busy people in
Yeah,
terms of.
facts.
Does it mean that we have
Facts.
not once in a while just see something and randomly or somebody reminds us? People
Okay.
remind us it's just
You guys
events.
type
Oh
in
my
group chat.
gosh,
Mhm.
no group chat. You can run into somebody at an event. They say, "Oh, thank you, I liked you on the show." But does it mean that we're just sitting and talking about it? No, because even with the show, it's just a minuscule part of our lives.
True.
It's not even 10% of my life.
True.
It's just because you see it amplified, it looks
Yeah.
like it, but hey, there's no show going on.
Mm-hmm.
My daily life is still busy, morning till evening, and so are those women. All of them, everybody you mentioned, all of them have things going on in their lives. The show actually makes you stop what's going on in your life a little bit, slow down from that, and give time to the show. Because you have to have time to film a show. It's a lot of work. And so that's why I would say everybody played their role, including Faith. And I applaud everybody. Everybody was necessary. Everybody gave a show. Everybody, how do I say it, was cohesive. It became, I liked the show. When I watched it, if you ask me, to me, it was a fantastic show.
Even what's her name again? The light skinned one?
Tanya, everybody played their own personality, their role, their style, their way of thinking, their way of conflict resolution, the way your personality is. Some people were more outspoken, some people would not say it, and that's good because if we were all boom, 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 rush, it'll be chaos all the time. Everybody's fighting. If we're all quiet, nothing is happening. Snooze fest, people will sleep. If we were all,
You have to create a show.
yeah, and that's what you want for a good show. Even your big brother, they intentionally put
facts.
people from all
Facts. All walks of life, different
personalities, style.
It's a
Some
social
people cry,
experiment.
some people don't cry.
It's a social
Some
experiment.
people fight.
Facts.
I don't cry, I fight.
You have hands?
Yes.
You got hands, dog? Hey, don't fuck with my doctor,
No,
boy. He
for
put
real.
hands on you.
For real.
Then treat you.
I never run from a fight. You know what I mean? So, but some of the doctor may come and be like, "Oh my gosh," and then
Because some of the, I feel like if the reunion was packed, some of them girls would probably put them hands on you, bro.
and
they were ready.
you think I'll do what? Watch them and clap for them? No.
They were ready.
And I was ready to. What are you talking about? No. I don't think anybody would have come to the reunion to physically fight because that's a little bit extreme. I don't know that anybody wants to do that.
Oh, no. I feel
When
like
these
someone would have got their
fights
hands put up.
happen, they happen out of that anger that you see in the moment. But I don't think they come in there because everybody's coming looking their best. You have your family, your businesses. So you're not coming there saying, I'm just going to fight. I have nothing to lose. I don't have any other jobs or places I have to go to. So, but when it happens, it's just because, you're kind of more like saying, maybe I shouldn't have gone there. So yeah,
Fair.
that's honestly no. The little I know of almost everybody, I
Mhm.
can tell you that I don't think any. Even if you see any fights, it was not the plan. It was just unfortunate human emotions.
Do
Things
you still
happen.
hang out with some of them?
Yes, I consider everybody on that show my co-worker, my co-cast. Some of them I'm closer to, but let's start from the basics. Everybody, we're on the same. It's a team
Mhm.
thing. We're all working together.
Mhm.
We all have one purpose to make it a great show, to enjoy, to share our lives and share our lives. Because if you're bringing somebody to your home or to your event, you're bringing them into your intimate circle. But also, at the end of the day, there's some of them that you get closer to. Affinities have been made, and
Yeah.
we almost all the shows, if you think about it, every housewife show, the people that start off together don't end up being
Oh
friends.
no, facts.
You end up finding more
It's usually
people.
like one or two.
Yes, most times you see people, oh, they're my bestie, I brought her
No,
into
I'm
the
saying like, do
show.
you like talk on the phone with any still classmates?
Yes,
So like
Yabo
you
is my
have
friend, Trauma is my friend. We hang out when I'm in the country, when they're in the country to
Mhm.
themselves. Sometimes they're not in the country, and if we have time we touch base.
How's
And
Chioma though? How's she?
very good.
She single?
She had her birthday. I have to check up on that with her. I'm not sure now, but
Tell her,
I
tell,
know
tell her
that she
there's
is
a great guy here.
that you like her.
Man.
I'll let her know.
I told you in
Now, see, that's
AMVCA,
why I can help you.
I,
That's why I can help
you
you.
need to put in a good word.
I can put a good word. You see,
I would change her life.
but see, it doesn't come free.
I cook.
But it doesn't come free. I need more than that.
I'm a great cuddler. I cuddle.
Are you gonna take care of her?
What do you think the cuddling is for? She'll feel so safe in my arms. Like, oh,
Okay, so I mean,
I'll brush your teeth.
I didn't know you
She's
were.
so-
I didn't. I knew you had a crush on her. I didn't know it was this
Bro,
intense.
I feel like she smells like fresh pineapples.
Shivma's an amazing person.
Bro, I just want to kiss her, bro.
Have you met her before?
Huh?
Have you met her?
Yeah, AMVCA, and I was sweating.
Oh, you didn't even talk to her. You should have said
No,
hi.
I should have.
She's very approachable.
Oh yeah, she was dancing too. I was loving her moves.
Next time you see her, just say hi.
Left and right. Nah, but I'm losing myself. But you were talking about the show stopped a lot of things in your personal life.
Yes,
I'm
because
sure
of
it affected the
time.
money. It affected the money, didn't it?
Yes, it will, and all of us, because the time. You need time to, which is why I say people don't realize how you give so much of yourself when you do a show like that. They look down and say, "Oh, you did." If it's easy, come and do it.
Will you
It's
do it
not
again?
easy.
Season 3.
Season 3.
You have to.
Do I have to? If the timing is
For the
right,
fans.
if
the money and the timing is right.
the money, the time, and the opportunity, and all of that, yes, I probably will consider. I like the show. I like the production. I like the co-cast that I had. Even the ones that I probably don't get along well with. It's okay to be like that. Thank you. You see how I think? I reason like that. It's okay. I don't want every of us to be sleeping.
I don't mind that. I just want everybody to keep the same energy.
Yeah, and
we're gonna
keep the same energy. Everybody, I feel like
I don't want anybody coming out and say, "Oh no, I was playing a role."
If I don't like
that.
No, if I don't like you on the show, you would know. And if you do some things that make me like you, I can make mistakes and say, "Oh, I judged you wrongly." So can people make mistakes and say, "Oh, I like you more now. Oh, I don't like you anymore." Yabo can tomorrow say, "I don't want to hang out with you anymore." You know what I mean? It's okay. It's allowed. Because
so did you apologize to Chima for what you said before you met her?
Who?
Chima.
Yes, I've apologized to Chima. And she understands that it wasn't from a place of malice. I was just defending my friend.
You were being a showman.
Showman for my friend and just saying, hyping her up. It wasn't meant. It wasn't like intentional, like, oh, I meant to this, to that. No, she understands. Yeah.
Doc?
Because we hang out, we talk,
Fair.
we see it's beyond just what you say. It's how you treat people. What you do matters more than what you say. I can come here and say all kinds of crap. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that's caring. You reach out to me, I'm there for you. You're gonna be like, he's more of a friend than somebody who is telling me I'm there for you and everything. But when you reach out to them, they're the ones stabbing you in the back. But on camera, I can play that I'm a perfect person. So intentions matter, actions matter too.
Can you tell when like somebody has done Botox?
Not all the time, but if they now Botox, let's say this. Sometimes you can tell if it's done
poorly.
extremely, you can tell that it's badly done.
Yeah.
Or if it's done and there's an accident that happened, it changed some shapes and structures. But most people, they'll just have a rest. I have Botox. Some people don't ever know that I have Botox. I'll tell them I have Botox. I have patients that have a natural looking face. It's just that it doesn't allow you have the wrinkles. You're rested. You have that glow. And that's the type that I do. I don't do the type where people do too much.
Celebrities with Botox, like extreme ones.
I see
When you see a Botox,
extreme ones in America, here in Nigeria. No, not
No,
really.
no.
Sometimes you see some overseas, and
Of
you're like,
course.
ooh,
Of course.
maybe they did too. Maybe they have
I
to
feel
get
like Nigeria just got
used to
open
it slowly. So I've
yeah.
not seen anybody that's like so extremist where you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
for Botox fillers. Maybe
Yeah.
you see some people like, oh, the filler is not sitting well, and that's different. Fillers, they're like the things you put to fill up an area, maybe cheekbones. It may look deformed. I can see those things. But yes, Botox is harder. I just know when people have not done it, and then when they need it, I know more.
Okay.
I can look at somebody and say, ooh, in my mind, I won't tell them. Probably need a little bit of something to help you. Because it's making you look more tired and maybe you're not glowing. And not everybody needs it. They'll say, no, I don't care. I'm in the sun. I don't need it. I don't. Fine. But if they say, oh, you're right. I need something just to help me glow. Because why do people put makeup on every day? For their self, for their beauty, for their style, because of just what they want. Same thing. Some people will say, I want to do this. Some people will say, no, I think I'm aging too fast, or I think that I don't look like myself. I've neglected myself, like a self-care thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
And last question.
The food is good, by the way.
Appreciate you. Protein,
really good. Protein.
High protein. Come on now. The
Very
only thing we're
good.
missing is the eggs. But
very good. Well, we're
shout
gonna
out
give
to
credit to.
Shout out to the big beard with a big tummy, 6'5" man in the background. Our cast member. Shout out to him for providing the protein. And shout out to the little lady with for the sangrias. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Sorry, we are having a podcast. We're not breaking the fourth wall right now, big man. But anyhow, I want no. Before we get to questions, Laura,
okay.
you never directly responded to what she said.
What did she say? Laura said so many things. I don't remember. Is it when I left?
No. When she said when they're bringing a gay guy on the cast.
What do you want me to respond to, Laura? Laura said what she had to say, what she thought, what she heard. Laura, you just have to say.
Because I feel like those.
Yes, ma'am.
Those things are damning, assassination of character.
No, not to me. I think it's damning if you buy into anything.
Okay.
But if you don't buy into it, because we all say things. Tomorrow I can say XYZ, you, Miracle dresses up in dresses every day in the evening. And when
Not
I see
every
him,
day, only on Saturdays.
On Saturdays and Sundays. And I run into him in a club and sometimes you won't recognize him. He has makeup on. You can choose not to respond and say, what is he talking about? Is he really normal? Is this okay? Or you can say, oh, I'm going to fight you back. I feel like when you're triggered sometimes, it's because it's really affecting something in you that you don't want to accept. Or maybe you just don't want it out there. Or because you feel like it's a bad assassination of your character sometimes. But for me, I took it as a neutral statement that was uncalled for, unwarranted. And I actually saw it because somebody sent it to me. Because we don't follow each other. That's I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. But no beef between she and I. Like, it's not deep. Laura and I, we see each other. The funny thing is, I see her, I don't dislike her.
You guys greet each other?
Yeah, if I saw Laura now, I would greet her. I'm happy. I'm happy. I heard she had a baby. I'm happy for her. Yeah, so I really don't dislike her that deep. I can work with her, be in the same room with her, wish her the best. I want her to thrive. Because it's not coming from a place of malice. I don't think she has ill will towards me, but people can say things just to have a buzz or something, or anger or buzz or in somebody's ears or something. But it's not, I don't think that she sees me and says, oh, I hate that guy, I'm going to pull him down. Or I hate her, I want to pull her down. No. Some people maybe in life, I've come across them, I don't really like them for some reasons, and then I'll go against them and say, okay, let me fight you, but Laura, no.
So, Doc, this is the part of the show where I leave the floor to you. You tell the people what you're up to, what you're doing, what you have coming up. Hopefully, a fashion line. I'm hoping for that.
Maybe.
Because you're always drippy on the show, drippy in real life. Anytime I see you, you look smart.
Thank you.
Put together. Shout out to your mom for that. Facts. If not for my mom, I'll be looking rough. Man, facts. But anyhow, tell us what's coming up, bro. What's coming up?
Okay,
Doc?
so I think I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing, thriving in my various clinics, being a good doctor as best as I can, but also keeping my eyes open for other opportunities that are out
What's the
there.
name of the clinic, by the way?
It's called Dream Weight Botox Clinic.
How many?
I have 3 of them.
In Lagos?
2 in America, 1 in Banana in Lagos here.
Okay.
Yeah, so in Ikoyi.
So y'all need to go hit that up. If you guys need your Botox, if you guys need your body done.
Or just talk and just see.
just
I don't
have
know.
a
I don't even
conversation.
know what to do. Where do I go from? Yeah, it's okay not to know and talk. And so not everybody needs everything.
And it's also a safe space as well. Dr.
Yes.
Rommel is the best in the game. And he knows the
Thank
game.
you.
He knows the way how to do the thing. I'm not a rapper though.
but it's a good way of saying you said it better than I did.
Hey,
Yes.
but the man with the happy feet,
Thank you.
the man, the showman himself, the star man, one of the biggest reality TV stars in Lagos today. And
Now you're hyping me.
No. I have to. I love giving people their roses. You did your thing, and you are one of the biggest. And I love how you use your platform to address stuff that you're uncomfortable with and needs to change. I appreciate that, and I feel like people need to do that more often. Use your platform for good.
On social
and
media.
things you're passionate about. I honestly respect you for that.
Mhm.
And I tell you off and on camera, I give you your roses. And I just want to thank you for coming on the show. You didn't have to do this. Like, you just came from America. You just have to do this, and you honored the House Chronicles, giving me this platform to push my pee and talk my shit. I didn't say that in the beginning, so I'm going to say it now. And thank you for coming to having brunch with me. I really
It's been an honor for me to be here, and you've been doing so well lately.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
proud of you.
Appreciate
I've been
you.
seeing all the interviews you've had,
Appreciate
your
you.
growth.
Appreciate
It's
you.
good that you're not just unidirectional. You're doing so many things.
Thank you so
You're
much,
able
man.
to break out of just being from a show and then coming out not doing anything. So I really applaud that.
Thank
I'm
you so
here
much,
to
Doc.
support. And
Thank
this
you
is
so
one of
much,
my
Doc.
ways of supporting you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Doc. I really appreciate that. Shout out to the Doc in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, tune into the next episode. We are out.